welcome back to my channel, Casablanca Cargo. This is Kathy, and we have a what's in my case, or cases. What is it? I don't know. So these are the, let me see if I can get this straight on my desk. Okay, these are photo boxes, 4x6 in the case, and that's how they are called, I think, at Michael's. They're also on Amazon, but be careful because Amazons are not quite as well made as the Michael's ones, and you can get these when they are on sale or with coupons, you know, so don't have to pay full price. But these are what I have settled on to put my little ephemera in. I have used envelopes before. I have used, you know, Ziploc bags. I have used binders. You know, I've tried it, probably tried it all, but this has been what works the best for me. So I'm up to 3 of these cases now. And this is just one of them that I'm going to share with you today. So in my make a trifold video, how to make a trifold video, this is the box that, this is the you'll see this. And I have, most of them are labeled. This one is not labeled. It's just got, well, we'll get to that. But now, what I did was I have these sticky notes that were going nowhere. So I cut them up and I just wrote with a Sharpie what was in the box and just used packing tape, and it'll come off, you know. So if I need to change it, you can use, you know, label maker. Those are neat. I just went with, you know, what I had, what was there, and I made it so I could actually see them, you know, large enough letters. So when I first started with these, I had, this is not the first case, but I started having to double up. I was doubling up, and so finally I went and got a third case, and that's starting to fill up as well. But let's go through this. I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible. These are the trifolds I showed you in the video, and I'll put the link in for that. But these are all my trifolds that I have made up to go into my junk journals. These are offcuts of scrapbook paper, and I've stenciled on the inside and added, this was a bit of post-it note type of thing, and I just cut the typewriter out. This is a washi tape sticker. It looks like a stamp, and then the paper behind is just scraps. And you know, you just make little, this is not stenciled, it was, I used scraps for the interior, so it could be stenciled, scrapped, whatever. But I do have a video on how I make these, and to have them ready to go is, you know, the best part of it, because then I don't have to make ephemera for every step of the way in making journals. It's already made up. And these are my small trifolds. I have, this is the tiny, called Tiny Scraps, and this is where I use, this is what I use to put on the trifolds. I just saved this bit here, and if I open it up too much, it's like it's going to spring up because it's been compressed in there. But that's where I put my ephemera for the ephemera. Oh, how about that? Now these are small folds. Okay, and these need to be made into trifolds or small folds. This is a really tiny one, but hey, you know, if you need a little space, there it is. Not gonna throw it away if I can use it. So these are all the ones that are looking to get made into trifolds later. And that's all comes from a big bag. This comes from this, which used to be more. This is the bag of scraps from making junk journals for a few years. And I've taken out the ones that I can use for trifolds and prepared them, made trifolds, or got them ready to be trifolds. This is small clusters. These are very hard to get open today. Okay, so this is a small cluster. This is a piece of, when you get paper pads, some of them used to have like a strip at the top or the bottom or whatever, where it had pictures of what the paper would look like inside. And so I cut them out. The tickets are from one piece of scrapbook paper I got at Joann's. Flowers are stickers from planner books, and then I die cut, punched out the scallop. And the die, the Eiffel Tower is another punch that I have. And then these extra bits are just extra bits from a die cut of leaves or swirls, or, you know, like that. And so now I have these small clusters. I use them as tuck spots in journals. These are some flowers I made with the Tim Holtz die. Just, you know, pulling around with the paper, coming up with something. That's all I have left of those. So they're just down in there. Okay, and then this are felt roses that my son bought for me for Christmas. They come in a strip. They were just die cuts. And one night while I was watching TV, I just rolled them up and made little felt roses. And they're from Amazon. And you can just, I used, I'm not sure which glue I used. Probably Fabri-Tac. Anyway, there's my little felt roses. Can glue them into journals or put them on the covers. And let's see, what's this? We've got coin envelopes and large trifold. Okay, this is a large trifold. I haven't finished it. It's been stenciled. This one's a large. Still needs decorated on the top there. And then these are coin envelopes I made from junk mail envelopes. I just covered it with some thin scrapbook paper and stamped it, distressed it, put some sticker on it. This is a stamp, part of that stamp. I just stamped down it and left the back plain, because it'll be glued into a book, and then you just open it up. This one's got napkin inside. See, this one has, yeah, napkin inside. These were, you open them up, and then you put the napkin in, glue it in, and then this is napkin on the top here, and then glue the envelope shut again, and yeah, there it is. This is just a little, you know, doodad extra from a napkin. This is an envelope. Not sure. Yeah, envelope pocket. See, something can go in there, and if you glue it on 3 sides, you can have something in the back and something in the pocket if you want to. This is another coin envelope. Just junk envelope. You know, you send it to me, I'm gonna use it. And then this is an offcut of an envelope on, it's got the window. I put the napkin inside, put the napkin around, stamped it with some roses, distressed it, and that will go into a journal, and you make a tag and you slide that in there. And see, these are done, these are ready, so I have something to grab and put into a journal instead of making it as I go, which I'm trying to avoid now by having some of the stuff ready. This one's collage circles and stamperia. So let's see what we got in here. Oh, and also this is another die that I got from Amazon. It makes these circles, and I used one of them in one of my videos, and I'll put a link for that. But they came in 3 sizes, so I just took a piece of thin blackish scrapbook paper, die cut them out, and these are neat to put emphasis on something. And these are just some black chalkboard type pieces that were left over, things. Let's get these out of the way so I can show you this other stuff. Okay, so these, I have a die that makes a clock, and this is the bit, you know, the thing that tells you the time. So I saved those, and this is graphic 45. This one's graphic 45, I think. And then this is my 4-inch punch. And what I did here was I took some scrapbook paper, I put the white part of a napkin. You know, a napkin has 2 or 3 layers. We use the top layer for decoupage. The other 2 pieces can be used as well. I use the white part of the napkin to mute the colors of the scrapbook paper. Then I had these little tiny scraps of fabric, and I decoupaged that with Mod Podge on top. And then when everything was dried, then I punched out the circles, and wherever the punch lied, that's where it cut off. And there's another one. And I have these in some journals. These are just the extra. This is some stamperia that I got excited about, and I just cut out the tags and the circles, put them in here. And then these are the extras from cutting out the tags and circles, which I can use. I can use a little punch and punch something out with that, so I'm not going to throw that away. And those are my circles. Put this all back in here. Okay, and this one says florals. Oh, come here. This one says florals. I had a book that I got from I don't know, I think it was like 10 cents from the library or something. And it had all these pictures of native plants and flowers of California. So that's that. That's them. There's talks about what it is. And I used a lot of these in my patchwork journals. And I'll put a link up for that. But this is what I have left of tearing that book apart. I've got onions, turnips. There's a dog. This is, yeah. So I can use these little bits in other journals, other ephemera. And that's what's that. Okay, let's go down here. This is my Tim Holtz. I bought this, ordered it from Joann's, the ephemera pack. I got it when they had them 50% off. Ephemera pack snippets, 111 pieces. And it's just these little tiny bits. But I tell you what, and I used to keep everything like in its packet, you know, and I would never use it because it was just too precious. So I don't even have that packaging anymore. I don't know where it's at, but here's all the little bits. So now I will use these because it is not so precious. And that just reminds me where it comes from. And there we go. And then in this one started doubling up. It's got some Tim Notes, Field Notes, ephemera pack, and then some of my specimen slides. Alright, I don't want it to go all over the place like it seems to want to be doing here. But these are little teeny tiny ephemera field note things, and then these are my first attempt at the specimen card. I have a punch that does this square, and of course punch no longer punches, but it's Fiskars, so I'm going to take a picture of it and email them and they will send me a new one. I think it's Fiskars, I hope it was, but anyway, so then I had to start cutting the squares out by hand, and so I would, at first I just cut open this way, went in, cut it around, and then I would put a little piece of, you know, glue it back together and then put a little piece over the cut and do it that way. These slide papers are a journal card pack that I got at Tuesday Morning for really cheap, and it's school themed, and I was like, oh, that's great, I can't use these. Well, now I can, because when I cut out the window, you don't see the, you know, this one is probably really going to need to be something, because it does look like it says biology and things like that. I may not even use that one, but these other ones, it takes away the here's this, takes away the theme, the school theme, disguises it, if you will. And that's what I have in here ready to go to make more specimen slides. And then I have the, I get it all back in here. No, here we go. So that you know, having even partially ready to go, that helps, instead of starting completely from scratch. These are little lies from Amazon, because I'm pretty sure the listing said that they were stickers, and they're not stickers. They're just these little images, and you know, I have to glue them in, so that's fine to know. But you know, they said they were stickers, and they're not stickers. But these are little fairies, little fairy people, and they are also with these that look like stamps. They may be, you know, stamps from the past in different countries. And then there should be mushrooms in here too, mushroom, because that's what the label says. But anyway, these are all just for making clusters. You know, you can use these for clusters. You can put these on the front of something. You can put them on the trifolds, which is what I do. I can decorate them on the trifolds. They came in these little boxes, and I still have the little boxes, but I don't have them in the boxes anymore, so I can grab them quickly. This one says fairies and teacups, and there's also some extra vintage paper in here. But I have a big teacup die, which here's one or two of these are left now from a big stack that I had made. I got another journaling pad, journal cards, and they had curled. It was very strange. The pad had curled, and so I took the papers and I put them through my Big Shot with the teacup die and just made them all into teacups, and the saucers, you know, teacups and saucers, that's on the die. And then there's a, I don't know if there's any of those left. There's a little tea bag tag in there as well. So I just been using these in my journals, the bigger ones, and then I got a smaller teacup coffee. There might be one. That's the tag die for the teacup. And then I got a smaller teacup, and these are made from wrapping paper. They're very thin, so they don't add bulkiness to your journals. And then I also have punched out this is from scrapbook paper, the butterflies. This one though is from catalog. These thinner ones are from the catalog. And then I have, let's see, this is a scallop. I don't know what's doing in there. But oh, here's a fairy. I have a fairy die, and that's one of the fairies. But oh, here's some more. Here's some more magazine butterflies that I made from catalog images, like that. So, you know, I have this die, well, even the bigger die too, but they have these slits at the top, and so you can stack your teacups in there for a look. And so I have those ready to go, like that. I'll put that back in here. All right, and let's see, this is graphic 45. This is some journal tags, journal pieces that come with the paper collections. And I've just stored them in here. Some more. And then at the bottom of this are little pieces. The bugs, where I make my buggy belly bands. Those are in the patchwork quilts, patchwork cover journals. And you know, I don't, if I can use it, even if it's small, I still keep it, because I can always use it to decorate a cluster, a trifold, a pocket, you know, something. So there we go. Get you all back in there. Okay, and now these are my large tags and other things. Okay, this is an extra pocket. I made these for my patchwork cover quilt journals. This is a slide from a unused tea bag. So that's what it looks like when you don't brew the tea, you know. It's just clear. Doesn't look vintage, but it looks interesting. And this tag was made from something like this, so you can still see the print underneath the napkin. Here's another one. You can still see the print underneath. Makes it a little bit more interesting. And then I put cardstock on the back. There's a few more. One time couple of magazines had a whole bunch of these cards in there. So that's what I did. Went ahead and made these large tags. They fit in here, I promise. There we go. I'll put this in here. Put that in there. Okay, this is a mystery box. Let's see what we got in here. It looks like, oh, there's a little bit of fabric offcuts that I used for the circles, the collage circles, and then these came off of, I don't know. Anyway, interesting shapes. And what we got underneath here? Oh, this is a die cut. That's a spool, and I just saved these because they are very interesting frames. So there's that. Probably just label that miscellaneous. And then the last one, it says shaker shakes and small hexagons. Okay, so this is leaves that I had some journal cards that my husband had written on, and so I took a punch and punched out all these leaves for shaker cards. And then these are small hexagons that, again, you know, just watching TV, just make a whole bunch of them. Probably didn't do all this at once, but you know, I store them all in the same place, and those are nice for on a journal page. I have them in my, especially to have it in my Betty Bip flippity floppity. Kind of subtly pulls the whole thing together. I'll show you what I mean. So hexagons, you know, hexagons. So it just subtly gives it a theme. Or so if you use a shape, you know, this is a piece of paper. Different piece. This is one piece of paper, then this is another from a different collection, and then I put a hexagon turned on its side into the scallop part that I used one of those scallop rollers to cut the scallops in, and this has all been sewn together and then glued onto the cover. But yeah, there's hexagons here, and so, you know, that's how you can use up your paper, you can use up your scraps, and yeah, anyway, that bit a tidbit. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you real soon. Bye for now.